told me to have hope and the pain would go. Accept the truth, for make it hope. My only hope is to be freed from this pain. Please make it so. Make it A lump of flesh behind her head shudders and sends out smooth, fat tentacles that cover her wailing face and drag it into itself. You feel the pressure in your ears. From the cage, you hear a steady, almost imperceptible sound that fills you with despair and horror. Crockseed. Jay barely breathes the word, not sounding at all like herself. With a sigh, Heinrich lowers his hand and looks at what the creature within the cage has become. A wetly gleaming mass of meat and gristle that no longer bears any hint of its human origins. It pulses vigorously. And that's it. The lamentations of dying people. No, not just that. What it said about hope sounds like a lie of chaos, which it uses to take root in weak minds. I believe the corrupted tech priest repeated this phrase like an echo of what had been instilled in them. Whatever the cult of the Final Dawn is planning, false hope is a key component of their plan. It's a lead, a small one, but still a lead. I swear sometimes dogmatic is worse than heretic. Yeah. That's that then. But do you know what bothers me, Rogue Trader? The number of people here? They're too few. The lower levels of similar manufactorums are inhabited by millions. What happened to the rest of them? Heinrich shakes his head. I know I won't like the answer. Let's go. We still haven't done what we came here to do. The screen of this cogitator shows a scrolling line of repeating technolingua. Staring at the obscure symbols gives you a headache.
What lies beyond?
Wait, hold on. I didn't look at these other screens here. Do they say the same thing? Gives you a headache. Gives you a headache. Okay, they all give me a headache. Data vault. The massive cogitator grows out of the metal bulkheads like a grotesque tumor. A hollow roar sounds from deep within the metal housing. Whatever spurred the computer into action, it has enough power to supply a small command center. As soon as your eyes fall upon the cogitator, you feel a tingling in your temples. Every nook, every component of the machine radiates a sense of wrongness. One that is difficult to explain, but no less palpable for that. It is as if the construct itself defies the laws of physics and perspective. Heinrich makes a warning gesture. His voice, ringing slightly with tension, is threaded with disquiet. Stop, Muck. That is a creation of the archenemy. Don't go near it. You've done enough for me and my mission. Don't put yourself at risk now. As soon as Heinrich takes another step toward the cogitator, it emits a deafening shriek like hundreds of metal needles driving into toughened glass, as though sensing the stranger. Wincing, Heinrich approaches the control panel and bends down toward the screens. Despite the heat clogging the room, you feel an ice-cold breeze. Heinrich is clearly using his psyker abilities to try to fend off the pernicious effects of the Chaos artifact. The Omniscience Grace has not touched this object. This mechanism was not desecrated, but born, flawed and unnatural. Iron most profane. Pascal unhurriedly produces a data slate. Initiating observation log, let not fear stand in the path of knowledge. You just said this thing is an abomination, yet you're going to immerse yourself in it in order to study it? Doesn't the thought repel you? The tech priest raises his uncomprehending gaze to Jay. Squeamishness is not a relevant factor. I've conducted the relevant assessments. The risk of spiritual harm is acceptable. The importance of obtaining the information is critical. Keep your distance and wait. A minute passes, then another. You watch Heinrich examine the cogitator. His eyes scan the screens, his hands darting from the reel to the lever, sometimes hovering uncertainly over the next switch, which immediately receives a coating of frost. At some point, you hear his voice, almost a whisper, barely audible above the clanging, roaring machine. Sacrifices. More and more sacrifices every minute. Heinrichs look at you, his eyes darker now, appearing almost black in his white face. Hecatomb determinans. The womb of this cursed machine is down on the lower levels. The auxiliary enumerator controls the system for delivering molten waste under the manufactorum's main building. This cogitator is fueled by the energy harnessed from thousands of people, who are flowing beneath our feet as slag waste as we speak. But I cannot even imagine the reason for sacrificing all these people. It's inconceivable. Now we know why the Fabricator sensor prized this monster so highly. The cursed tech priest and his associates created something that went beyond the limits of the Omniscience power. This machine is designed to process a myriad possibilities using warp sorcery. It has almost finished its task. It predicts the future, Mukluk. It predicts the future. How is that even possible? Do not attempt to gain any insight into the essence of the machines corrupted by the archenemy, at least not if you value your soul. I have encountered the heretics' mechanical abominations before. To truly fathom their nature is to allow a particle of death into your heart. Heinrichs is silent for a few moments, but the fruit they bear, no matter how abhorrent their instruments, the fruit they bear could be useful. Heinrich stares stonily at the cogitator screen. Yes, let's allow the machine to finish its calculations. I wish to know what precisely the cult's minions are so desperate to see in the future. Perhaps if we were to increase the power, it could be finished sooner. Decision consequences. Your influence has made Heinrichs more callous. I don't remember doing that. I never told him to do this. There's no dogmatic option. It is heretical to let it finish its task. Lawful stupid. Cut the power supply. This spawn of chaos has no place on my world. I like how I unplugged it, then hit it with a mace. Heinrichs fails to stop you in time. Your blow sends the torn cables whipping out in every direction, scattering sparks and droplets of noxious scarlet slime. A screamer? Hello. I mean, one screamer is not going to be a big deal, I don't think. Where's Echo? There he is.
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh, okay, it's more than one screamer. Oh my god, stop with all the AoE damage. Holy crap.
As honor ordains. I shall not fail. Trust me.
Live bait on Muck.
Running binaric override.
Okay.
Let's see to
Hey, we heal.
I won't object
Iron
to it.
arm. Hey, we defense buff. Hey, we haste. Ow!
Deliver us!
A little too much warp.
Let's see.
Okay, we're full buffed.
There is only death.
Wait, what?
Yours.
Herald of Zinch. Dang it! Muck's turn got skipped because he got knocked down. I really wanted him to taunt.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
The shadow. Killing brings me no pleasure.
Killed a pink horror and it's split into 2 blue horrors.
The undying emperor whispers his will.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Live bait just killed the Screamer.
As the tenets demand. A trip to the undying Emperor.
Nice. She just got a triple kill.
Come, the other side
Quadruple kill.
awaits.
Pascal snipes one.
Abide in the host of blessed
That...
creations of the
Okay, that was an error. I
Almighty.
was trying to click there, but it took the input right there. Rip.
Setting target parameters protect familiar units. Check familiar. Activated.
It parried both of those. Okay.
Initiating bioreformation.
Medicaid Mechadendrite on Cass.
House or cellar?
Heinrich's
thanks
turn.
you.
I did an AoE heal, which overloaded the warp, which caused an AoE explosion. I think it was still a net gain on health, though.
For the throne's glory.
Commands are more pleasant to give than to follow. I want a medal for that one.
Let's see.
Behold my artistry! A wicked thought. Schemes within schemes. A genius at work.
Nice. Dog takes out 3 of them.
I won't object to it.
Oh, too bad I'm still standing.
More warp explosions. Ah!
I feel nothing. Fear
Alright,
nothing.
Muck is getting his very first turn right now.
What if war is my muse?
Big damage. Can we do that again? Very good. Alright, now is Heinrich's gonna be mad at us for that. Heinrich's comes closer and stares at you, his eyes gleaming with naked, scorching rage. What have you done? Years of work, agents' lives sacrificed to uncover the cult's secrets, and you destroyed it all in one fell swoop. I did what any loyal servant of the Emperor would. Heinrichs is silent for a few moments. Yes, Mukluk, you acted as the will of the Imperium dictates to all its humble laypeople. It was a mistake to trust that you would see the difference between people like me and people like you. At any rate, Rogue Trader, the Inquisitor will hear about this in my report. He's mad. Well, but I write a report to the Inquisitor and tell him that you wanted to use forbidden technologies.
I am the rogue thread.
How's that? Muck is unreliable in this fight, it appears. Yeah, we got hit with a knockdown. I don't know if the knockdown was from Heinrichs overloading the warp or if it was from the Screamer. I didn't see, but there was a lot of AoE going on. Like every enemy there had AoE. Alright. Let's see. What do we got? Whenever the Overseer hits the same target right after the Mastiff is in battle mode standby, the Overseer's attack always crits. Enemies gain no melee superiority. Hold on, what is that? Melee superiority bonus. In melee combat, any target surrounded by more allies than enemies receives +10 weapon skill for each additional ally. Larger creatures need to be surrounded by more than 2 enemies. Okay. That might be good, since he's tanking. Ooh. Whenever you successfully block an attack, immediately shield bash the attacker. That could also be really nice. Instant retribution. Let's do that. Let's see. Choose a common talent. It will not die. More hit points. Hey, Muck, I just recently got back into yours too after not playing for 2 years. What did you think of Soto and Janthier? The TLDR is Soto and Janthier had amazing features that they added to the game that will affect all your future Guild Wars 2 gameplay and all future content. And I loved those features. Those were really freaking good. I thought the story, like the writing, was not as good as their previous work. Every time allies under the effects of Stronghold Strat should have suffered an injury, they gain 9 health instead. What? That's insane. Alright, I'm gonna get that. And oh my god. I guess get her the max hit point increase as well. Executioner. Whenever an enemy suffers damage from a damage over time effect, is increased by 100%. Increasing the damage of a single dot tick per fight. While moving, all bleeding enemies leave a bloody trail on the ground, which at least for 1 round. Death in the air. Can I get her the it will not die also? Oh, she already has it. Okay. Don't need that. Don't need that. Let's see. Vivisection, plus to Lord Xenos. Whenever, even if I give her Lord Xenos, she'll have less than the other party members. No point in that. Whenever an enemy suffering from any damage over time effects dodges one of your attacks, all damage over time effects inflicted on that target do more damage. That's just a flat armor increase, which is somewhat helpful. Let's just take the armor buff. That's fine. Alright, Pascal. Let's see, Armored Hide. Brother in Arms. Ballistic Skull. Each ally within a 3-cell radius around the familiar has resolve increase, but the eagle is often in the sky, and I don't actually know where it's counted as being on the field of battle when it's like way up in the air and it's not on the map. So anything that's like, oh, you get a buff when you're next to it, I'm like, is this even working? Like this one, while the Overseer and their Eagle are adjacent to each other, both of them reroll failed dodge attempts once per attack. The Eagle's hardly ever next to him because it's usually up in space. What is staggered? Minus 20 skills. Right before it begins soaring, adjacent enemies must make an agility resistance test or become staggered for 1 round. That could be good, because usually like the Eagle goes down, hits them, and then takes off, so that would hit them as it's taking off. That's fine. 1 sec exploring all effect enemies. Pascal's melee attacks apply the machine spirit community effect on all attacked enemies. It's not using melee often. Pascal gains 6 MP in the first round of combat. Every successful melee attack grants plus 3 MP for the next round. Prediction. Pascal gains 21% to dodge reduction and parry reduction with melee weapons. If an enemy dodges or parries his attack, the bonus is doubled to the next melee attack. Scanner Mechadendrite, an additional servo skull connected directly to the tech priest systems, increasing perception by 10. Yeah, give him more tentacle things. Does it show it? Yeah, I don't know if that was already there. Might be this guy up here. Wait, no, that's the needles. That's the medical Mechadendrite. Yeah, just keep giving him more arms. Upgrades, people. Alright, and Heinrichs, who is very mad at me. Let's see. Buffer, suppression factor. Shard by shard. Ruinous flows, veil degradation. Oh, when the first use of an Overseer's ability in combat costs 1 AP less, that might allow us to reposition it if it's in a bad spot on turn 1 without having to pay it. The first time the momentum reaches 200 during the Psyker's turn, the Psyker gains 5 to all stats, 1 to resolve, 1 to deflection, 1 to all damage the Psyker deals till the end of combat. It's not bad. Nothing else is really... you know what? Max hit point increase. One that on everyone at some point. I love this game. I love it too! Alright, now see this, the servo skulls are always on the battlefield, and they're always with a group. So these bonuses, like when you're next to it, actually okay for this one. We'll do that. Has she already gotten It Will Not Die? Yes, she has. Her. When an Imperial World character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability, or affects an ally with such an ability, the resolve is increased by 4 for 1 round. We do get affected by allies' buffs a lot. That would work. Or while low health, get really buffed. Let's get that. Alright. Quick save, because we just did a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. Turn the doohickey.
They...
Heading over here. That's where we came in. This is like a different part, but I'm just curious if it will take us back the same way to the ship, or if it will do anything different. Oh, cinematic. Glad I came over here. Hey, Spooky. What? Sharp pain pierces your head and the light dims in your eyes. You smell smoke and burning, you feel a wave of nausea, your legs buckle, and your knees hit the metal floor. In that same moment, the manufactorum surrounding you disappears in a whirlwind of mist, ash, and gray shadows. Struggling with... oh, there's like purple chains. Struggling against the elements, you can barely raise your head to look. Your eyes sting and burn, but through the tears you see it, a colossal silhouette rising above you. The roaring tempest is unable to shake the mighty figure. Awareness, try to get a better look. Success! That was only 35%. You squint and wipe away the tears, and for the moment your vision clears. Before you stands a mighty giant clad in dark power armor, lavishly adorned with bas-reliefs of snarling demonic silhouettes and punctured with prayer scrolls. 2 braziers are mounted behind his shoulders and burning with unnatural blue flames, and emitting thick black smoke that curls and twists upward like a funnel. Behind the giant you catch a brief glimpse of a crumpled figure bound in chains. The warrior's inhuman eyes bore into you. I am the master of those who have been felled by your hand in the halls of the primordial truth. I am Urlon the Cruel. The souls of my followers return to the fount of power they serve, crying out for me to cast my gaze toward this sacrilege. And what do I see? Yet another lackey of the Corpse Emperor. They call you a hero. Wait, do they? Why? Word of your great deeds has traveled through the entire Cronus expanse. An empty word, a worthless pedestal among hundreds like it, all built by the lackeys of the false god in their hubris and ignorance. This pedestal will soon become a sacrificial altar, and you will become yet another reminder to the expanse that no hero can save it from the truth. The giant's voice causes the storm raging around you to die down somewhat, as if the very sound of his voice is enough to make the whirlwind subside. You glance at the huge warrior and notice on his chest a winding azure symbol. The shades of blue seem to glimmer and mingle together. I am the sovereign of Kiava Gamma. This is my world, not a dominion of chaos. Oh, clinging to illusions will do you no good. The rituals have already been performed. The mortals are already singing the litanies of the primordial truth or decorating the sacrificial altars with their flesh. Kiava Gamma, as you call it, is already saturated in the nectar of the truth, a fate that awaits all worlds that would stand in our way. What do you want with me? I want to look upon the one who has disrupted my flock's duties and my master's plans. That warrior from my legion, the fabricator censor, you think of their deaths as a triumph. However, it is but a minor hindrance on our path. There are other worlds that serve our goals. There are other sources of plasteel and adamantine. Revel in your victory, it will change nothing. Nevertheless, the blood in your veins whispers to the spirits that you warrant a closer look. Yes, you are a descendant of the rogue trader whose warrant Kunrag Voitvir sought to obtain. By defiling the relic and binding it to himself with the tethers of the Empyrean, he was meant to become my servant, a rogue trader who would do the work of the truth. But then you interfered. Could it be that you wish to gain the true god's favor instead? Do you wish to present the corpse's relic to me and serve the truth? I hear your very blood calling, begging you to submit to me. What would be the point of futile defiance? Willpower. Failed. You strain every muscle in your body but cannot move an inch. The dark will presses down upon your shoulders, forbidding you from even straightening your back. There's a heretical option to make a deal. I am rogue trader Mukluk, sovereign of Kiava Gamma. The warrant belongs to me alone. All things in this world are subservient to change. Rogue trader, your predecessor thought herself immortal, and where is she now? What makes you think you won't be joining her shortly? This isn't your first time meddling in the deeds of the Word-Bearers. You were there on Rykad Minoris, and so I want to know if you hold in your hands that which is not yours to hold. And you will tell me yourself. He utters a few words in an unknown tongue over his shoulder, and you feel your head being clamped by an unseen vice. The sensation is familiar, for this is not the first time the shadow of warp sorcery has fallen heavily upon you. You close your eyes and cast aside all thought, and your inner horrors cry out in